Let me just first say thank you to everybody who's actually watching this. That to me means that you completed and finished my story. Don't let my tears fool you. And I want to thank you for taking the time out of your busy lives, busy schedules to sit down and just get a piece of my life and my testimony. I wanted to kind of address just a point or two is why I'm doing this sit down. And first it was just to kind of give you a visual to the man, whose story you just read. But even more than that, kind of just wanted to touch base a little bit on the motivation behind writing this story. I'm an advocate that everybody has a story to tell, whether it's good or bad, whether it's positive or negative. Everybody has a story to tell. Going a step further, I feel that everyone has a different ability to storytell, and that's something that I'm mindful of and that I'm actually proud of. That I'm able to grasp my life, the things that I've been through, and kind of put it into a situation where I can kind of teach from it. And that's really what I really wanted to focus on with this story, was just not just to tell another story, just to tell a story, but to tell a story that once people were done reading it, that they could be motivated and inspired by it, that something in it could kind of speak to them and resonate with them, something that they could digest, something that they could relate to things that they're going to. And that right there is really what's like the most important thing to me. If any of you guys that do know me, know of me, then you know that that's the work that I've been doing for quite a few years. And those that are new to me, just get to understand, what I'm about, then you'll get to see more and more of that. That is really my sole purpose, to educate through my life experiences, my life stories. I don't sugarcoat too much of anything. I don't water down too much of anything. I've been through a lot. I've been through some hard times. I've been through some desperate times. I've been through some life-threatening times. And I've been fortunate. I've been blessed. I've been shown favor in quite a bit of things that I've been through in my life. And I just, I'm thankful that I've lived long enough to be able to kind of put my story down on paper. So I thank y'all. I do just want to say that I do think it's important that we pass the message forward. That's something that I definitely wanted to address, that we not receive certain jewels and keep them for ourselves, because at the end of the day, it's not for us. It's for you to pass on to your nephews, it's for you to pass on to your little brothers and your little cousins, and hope that it could be a blessing for them as it was for you. And that's really my sole purpose. My sole purpose is to kind of spread the message, to plant as many seeds as I possibly can. Everything, you may not agree with, you may not agree with my methods or my outlook on everything, but at the end of the day, the intention is in the right place. My heart is in the right place, and I put a lot of time and put a lot of hours and effort into writing the story. And the unique thing about writing memoirs versus fiction is that you gotta live it to tell it. Fiction, you can sit down and let your mind take you wherever you want to go, and you can write out the story. Well, in order to have told this story that I just told you guys, I actually had to live those things. I had to go through those moments. I had to go through those ups and those downs. I had to go through those crises. I had to go through those mixed emotions and those not knowing if you were coming or going. So that right there is the blessing, is that at the end of all of that, I can sit here in the comfort of my own couch and be able to talk to you all, just say thank you. I'm humbly thankful and grateful to you guys. Life has been super, super different for me. One that I, again, never thought that I was even worthy of, let alone, deserve, but I didn't know that this type of life was even possible to me. And it's something that's just as basic as sitting in your living room on your own couch. That may seem so minute and so basic to the average person, but when you know where you could, should, and would be, you value this. It holds it just has a deeper place in your heart, and that's what my sole mission is, just to use what I've been through to educate and inspire. So I thank you, man. I'm very, very appreciative of my readers, because I know in the world we live in today, everything and everybody wants instant gratification. We want everything right away, microwavable solutions. So to get a person to sit down and to actually read, to take time out of, you know, the baby's work, extracurricular activities, internets, that right there means a lot, and it says a lot to me that we do read. You know, they say we want to hide something, you put in a book from us. And, you know, for every one of you that's actually watching this clip, I like to think that you opened my book and you finished it. So it goes to prove that theory is not fully accurate. You know, we do read. We do read. And I appreciate you. I appreciate your loved ones that took the time out to support me. I got much more coming. Again, pass this message forward. That's, if anything I could say to you guys that supported and read this story, just pass it forward, because somebody else needs it. Somebody else is dying and desperate and craving that something to just make them feel like, you know what, I can get through another day. I can get through this obstacle. I know what it feels like to be where he was. But now the question is, how do I get beyond this? How do I get beyond this? And that's really what I like to focus on. So I thank you in all sincerity. I'm like super humble and grateful for the time that y'all spent. I believe one of the greatest gifts that God can bless any man with is a loving family, and along with a loving family, you know, beautiful children. So with that being said, I'd like to introduce y'all to my babies. Y'all go ahead and introduce yourselves to the world.
I'm Deshanay.
I'm Desiree.
I'm Deshanay. I'm Deshawn.
And that is what we call the Morris family. Peace.
Peace.